Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. Yep. Last we left off, we did our Asylum revisit. Yep. Well, first thing we did is we grabbed the key off the roof of that building over there, and then we climbed up the little tower, hopped into the crow's nest, curled up like a ball, waited a couple seconds, and then the crow graciously delivered us back to the Northern Undead Asylum. Yep, it's taking us back to the asylum where we did a revisit, where there was new enemies, the area scaling was beefed up a bit, and it allowed us to trade with Snuggly the Crow. Yep. So yeah, the first thing we did once we were back there is we traded with Snuggly. There is a list of items that it will accept to trade with. I think we did most of them. Yeah, we traded a rubbish for a Titanite chunk, or moss clumps for twinkling Titanite, dung pie I think for demon Titanite, prism stone for demon Titanite. Some very good trades there. I think we traded a skull lantern for the ring of fog, and cracked red eye orbs from some purging stones. And I think that was it. I think that's all we really traded. At least the ones I want to do now. There was more trades, but we don't have the items to trade with. So after we did Snug the Crow into the asylum, explored around a bit, found a Black Knight who only gave us a red Titanite chunk. Didn't want to give us his weapon or a shield. And then we encountered the hollowed Oscar of Astora. Yep. Yeah, we had to put him down. Yep. Yeah, but he drops his shield, the Crest Shield. Very solid shield. Has really good magic negation. I think it's like 80% magic negation. The only downside is that it takes Twinkling Titanite to upgrade. And I'm not willing to spend our Twinkling Titanite just yet. I want to hold on to the ones we got until we can get a reliable source. So, and that source is going to be in Anne Rolando, so got a little bit of ways for that. Oscar continued on, unlocked the door with the key, grabbed the rusted iron ring, which is a very useful ring, especially at the bottom of Blighttown in the swamps. Or there's a few places where it's really useful, particularly in the bottom of Blighttown and the bottom of Sen's Fortress are the two spots where it's probably the best used. So we definitely use that ring there. Yep. And then we made our way back to our cell, where there was another Black Knight who was gracious enough to give us his weapon. Although I really wanted his shield, we'll take his weapon anyway. Because that Black Knight sword is a great sword and is a solid weapon to get. If you're lucky enough to get it in the Undead Burg from that first Black Knight, you're set for the game. It's got pretty easy weapon requirements to get. 20 strength, 18 dex. Although you only need 14 strength to two-hand it, so it's very easy to get. Or requirements are very easy to meet. It upgrades with Twinkling Titanite, so if you go back to the asylum, trade some mosses, gather some crystal lizards, you'll have enough Twinkling Titanite to upgrade that to max. And you'll basically have a maxed out weapon within the hour of the game. That'll carry you through the rest of the game because it has a solid strength scaling. So just pump your strength and you'll see your damage numbers hit, 400, 500. So it's, yeah. So we're lucky enough to get that weapon from him. And in our cell was the peculiar doll. Yeah, something we'll definitely need up in Anne Rolando. So, and then after that, we went and fought the Stray Demon. Yep. Ended up using the Black Knight sword that we got from the knight to fight the demon. I think it was a good choice. Doing about a little over 200 damage a swing. Yeah, the Stray Demon is a very tough enemy. He has a lot of health, solid defenses. So that Black Knight weapon, although it was, it was unupgraded and we kind of we basically had minimum stat requirements for it. We didn't upgrade it, so considering how much damage it did, it was actually really good. So it allowed us to do that fight without much trouble. Yeah, I just recommend staying behind it. If it goes up the butt slam, just back away. If it goes to do a little close range AoE, back away. Just stay behind it, whack its tail. You should be fine. So we beat the Stray Demon, got a Titanite slab from it. It's a guaranteed drop. I think it's the only guaranteed drop in the base game. There is another one in the DLC, but it's a little bit trickier to get. And you can get it from the Dark Wraiths in Anor and New Londo, although that drop chance is ridiculously small. Like, yeah, it's 0.2% if I remember right. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, Stray Demon, slab. And after that, we came back to Firelink Shrine, talked a little bit, and then we headed up to the Undead Parish to take on the Bell Gargoyles. Yep. I said it was time to fight them, so that's what we did. I did summon Lautrec and Solaire for the fight. I didn't have to, although I do recommend summoning Solaire just so you can get a Sunlight Medal from him, because otherwise it's difficult to get offline. So yeah, so we do need 10 Sunlight Medals in order to get the rewards from the Warrior Sunlight Covenant. So we'll be summoning Solaire every chance we get. As long as he stays alive, you get the medal. But if he dies during the fight, you don't get it. So, I know. But anyway, yep. So with those two, took on the Bell Gargoyles, and we destroyed them. Like, I'm pretty sure they're meant to get extra health with the two summons, but I don't think that happened. I honestly don't think it happened, for whatever reason. But we managed to get the tail cut, got the tail axe, and it can drop its helmet, its weapon, and I believe its shield as well. But you're almost guaranteed to get the helmet. You could have gotten the weapon, but again, it's like a low chance drop. But we will eventually get it. So we did get the helmet. Climbed up the bell tower, rang the bell, came back down, and encountered Oswald of Karim. Yep, or Oswald the Pardoner. Yep. Talked with him, bought some stuff. Excuse me. Yep. Excuse me. Yeah. Talked to him, bought some stuff. Velka's talisman. I think we got the poison bite ring, I believe. Yeah. I think that's all we got from him. Apparently we sinned, apparently. I think our sin is from breaking two covenants. One with the Way White Covenant, and the other was the Gravelord Covenant. So we broke those covenants by joining another one without abandoning the other one prior. So I think that's where our sins came from. If you're playing offline, it doesn't really matter if you have sin like that. It doesn't really matter. So it's not worth spending the almost 23,000 to, get pardoned. So it's only worth pardoning if you accidentally hit an NPC that you didn't want to make hostile or stuff like that. But yeah. Anyway, and then after that, I think we came back down here, and that was it. Excuse me. Yep. So yeah. Silent Reeves is it. Bell Gargoyles. That was it. Between episodes, I did some more item farming. Yeah, some more upgrade farming. With the souls I gathered, I upgraded our Pyromancy Flame to plus 15. Yep. So our Pyromancy Flame is now plus 15. I figured to upgrade 15 right now, so by the time we get down to Blytown, we could ascend it to the Ascended Pyromancy Flame. Might as well just do that down there. We also need to ascend it before we interact with, what's his name? The Chaos Servant guy. I can't quite remember his name. It's like EG or, no, not EG, or Eagle or something like that. But there is a way to get a second Pyromancy Flame if you haven't started with the Necromancer, the Pyromancer. Yeah, but it requires you to ascend your Pyromancy Flame, like ascend it, get the Ascended Pyromancy Flame. So we're gonna prepare for that. Also got the blue chunks from the blue golems on the way to the Hydra, so we have enough to upgrade a enchanted weapon to plus 4. which we will do here in a moment. Went back, I'm trying to think what else we did. Upgraded some weapons, upgraded the gargoyle tail axe, upgraded the boulder shield to +10, the tail axe to +10. And went back to get some more not chunks. Got back some more shards and some more large shards. Yep. And made sure we had 50,000 souls before we head down to Blighttown. So yeah, that's all I did between episodes. Just upgrade, gather materials. That was it. And today, I plan to turn in our enchanted ember to Rickard, upgrade our side sword, magic side sword here to enchanted side sword, and then we'll go down into the depths. Yeah, time to take on the depths. It's not that big of an area, but there is some important things that we need to do down there. There's a NPC invader down there. There's a channeler down there we need to make sure we get. There's another NPC down there we want to talk to. There's another boss down there that we need to fight. Yeah, there's a few things down there we want. So it's not a big area, but you can get turned around pretty easily. Yeah, hopefully it shouldn't take too long, but yeah. So, and our equipment for today. We have our magic side sword here. We will upgrade to the enchanted side sword here in a little bit. And do have enough upgrade materials to get to a +4 enchanted side sword, which will put it near the end game weapon level. Although with our current stats, we won't get a lot out of it, but hopefully with the base stats, it should be pretty good. So, bow, because again, well, bow is just really good to have, just to pull enemies and whatnot. Night shield, just because it's colorful. That's the only reason. Our pyromancy flame +15, just for the slimes, because slimes are weak to fire. Got our sack, Eastern armor, Eastern gauntlets, elite knight leggings, just because I think it looks pretty cool. Yep. Havel's ring, just so we can wear it all. It's going to be like a staple ring for most of the game anyway, until we get our endurance up. And the wolf ring. Just for the extra poise, I might change this out. We'll see. I have charcoal pine resin just in case I change my weapons, but right now it's mute. Here are the stats. They should be the same as last time. I have combustion, great orb, magic weapon, don't know why, and cast light, just in case it gets a little dark. I don't think I'll need to use it, but I just have there just in case. Alright. Got a nice... Yeah, we're definitely going to need all that curse resistance for those basilisks so they don't die. But yeah. Alright. I think I rambled on long enough. Let's get down to Rickard first. Get this side sword upgraded. Yeah, because again, the enchanted path it's really good if you have a lot of intelligence, but right now it's probably not going to be the best. But it will, I'm hoping at least the base level is going to pull its weight before we start upgrading our intelligence. Alright. I know I could just roll off, but I don't feel like it. Like this. Alright, New Londo Ruins. Yeah, Rickard's down here. We need to give him his ember. Oh, Rickard, I have something for you. There we go.
Hey, hang on. Is that a sorcery ember? I've never seen one like that. Not even back in Vinheim. What a brilliant flame. Please, friend, let me have that. I am begging you. I am a craftsman of Vinheim. I'd go hollow before I pass of a flame like that.
Why, sure, we'll give it to you.
Oh, really? You are wonderful. I will forge a Rickett masterpiece just for you. A weapon to make a legend out of me.
Well, why not? Here we are. Magic to enchanted. Drops a little bit in the magic, but it does gain scaling. At least magic scaling or intelligence scaling, not physical scaling goes down, but for our levels, it's not that much of a difference. So, oops. Enchanted. Reinforce. There we go. Let's just start upgrading. There we go. Might as well just get this while we're down here. Just so we have it. Anything new?
Oh, Big Hat. Of course I've heard of it. Who hasn't in Vinheim? He was a royal member of Dragon School until he turned undead. I hear he was quite the character. Only that was 100 years ago. What interest have you in the old eccentric now?
I don't. Griggs does. But now I'm interested. Anything else?
Sorcery? Don't ask me how it actually works. We only fiddle and forge until it works itself in. That's how we do it in Vinheim, at least. We prefer to leave the theorizing to those uppity scholars.
So apparently there's Vinheim, and then there's those uppity scholars. So there's like two different schools. That's what I gather from that little dialogue.
What is it? There's nothing to talk about. We're both cursed, undead. But what's there really to moan about?
All right. Thank you, Rickard.
Keep your head on out there. You really help break the monotony.
Well, you're welcome. All right. So now we have our enchanted side sword +4. Yeah, basically an endgame weapon. We're like a few hours in. All right. Let's go back up. And we got to talk to the people in Firelinks. I think I didn't talk to them last episode. I think the Crestfallen only has something new. So we'll talk to him for sure. Yeah, and Lautrec is gone. Can't speak. We have no Firekeeper soul. Cool. Alright, Crestfallen, I think you have something to say.
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide.
Suicide, because it's all the way down in the base of Blighttown. Up in that plague-infested swamp. Anything else?
What's wrong? Get a bit of a scare out there? No problem. Have a seat and get comfortable. We'll both be hollow before you know it.
No, thanks. We gotta stay on our feet.
Well, what are you going to do? I've already decided. I don't really care. I'm simply crestfallen.
Yep, and that's why people call him Crestfallen Warrior, because of that one line. All right, anything else?
What now? I'm not...
Nope, okay. I'm pretty sure Griggs doesn't have anything to say, Lordran doesn't have anything to say. Can't talk with Petrus, but this should have something new. Yep, once you ring one of the bells, you hear snoring. I wonder who it is. Yeah, we'll meet him eventually. Just not at the moment. Alright. I think we're ready to go. After 20 minutes, we can now actually go to friggin' the depths. Alright, let's go. Okay, wade through some enemies. Buy some things with the female merchant. Ow. That hurt. Always kill this rat every time we come by, just for a chance at humanity. Yeah. No humanity. Alright, now comes the long run. Alright, lady, we're actually gonna buy some things.
I have.
Yeah. I think we're good on those. Just in case we need them. Could get the humanity. Might as well. Might as well. She only sells the one, so might as well just grab it. Some more bones, just in case. Let's get some skulls, just in case. You might need them. Should be good with arrows. Let's get a whole bunch of these. I need to. Alright. I think we're good.
This is a wonderful place, don't you think? We have water, moss, moisture, these nice iron bars. I like it here, I really do. Nothing good ever happened to me in life, but now that I'm undead, I've never been happier.
Now that's the kind of attitude I want to see.
You've come to this land at a bad time. There are nothing but hollows in these parts. Save for me, of course. You're undead too, aren't you? You be careful then.
Alright.
You've come to this land at a bad time. Come again, if you please.
We'll be back every now and then. We'll see. Alright. We're actually going to go get these. I don't have their hood yet, so I'm just going to kill them just for a chance. Maybe we get lucky. Or not. Which is usually the case, is not. But we have their leggings, we have their chest piece, we just don't have their hood yet. So it is a cool hood. We do want it. Ow. Oops. Didn't even do that. Alright. So instead of wading through everything, we're just going to hop across. Drop down. This is where the giant rat was at. We'll get to the bonfire up down here. Ignore everything, get to the bonfire, and then we'll officially begin our trek through the depths. Scratch my itch on my hand. Here. Alright. Set our spawn point. Alright. I think we're good. Alright, now we can officially begin the depths. Because we did this little upper section earlier when we did the Capper Demon. So now we begin. Although, now we should be fine. Immediately to the right. Rats. Great axe. Really good strength weapon. Although I think it has not that best of a reach. But yeah, this is a good early, or this is probably the best humanity farming spot outside the DLC. You have 5 rats right here. There's like 5 more that way. And the bonfire is not that far away. So spawn at the bonfire, come down here, take care of these rats, take care of the next group of rats, homeward bone, rinse and repeat. And you should be able to get a decent amount of humanity. I think we're good on for right now. Let's see how much we have. 13. Okay, we should be, yeah, we're good. As long as we don't lose the 20 that we have, we should be fine. Yeah, I will come back here for more humanity before we take on New Londo, just so we make sure we have 30. Yeah, 'cause these rats have, it's a low chance, but it's still okay. It's best if you have the Silver Serpent Ring to... There we go. 1 dropped for us. Humanity. See? Should be able to get at least 1 per run, so it's not that bad. This is the other side where the giant rat was at. Careful, there is a little hole in the ground, so just be careful. In fact, I want to use Prism Stone. Just to have an idea of where it is. All the items, soul item, we'll take it. Traverse the white lights. Just to help out. It may not be that much of help, but it's something. Yep. So we have some rats, and there should be a channeler in this little zone. So we can't get the rats. Rats. Guess that blocks. Oh, it didn't. There's humanity. Let's get the rats over here. Where is he? There he is. Which is fine. You can't even hit me, but I can hit you. And boo-boo. Alright. Another rat. Alright. Yeah, he didn't drop his trident. Yeah. Another chance to get the trident, but we didn't get it. Sad. Definitely recommend killing him. Definitely recommend killing him, no matter what. He doesn't respawn. But if you don't kill him and you go fight the boss, he can and will buff the boss. He'll do his little dance, increases the boss's damage. Yeah. So yeah, takes a pretty strong boss at this stage of the game, makes it even stronger. No, we don't want that. He'll also sit up here and plink spells at you if you don't kill him. So he'll buff the boss, he'll attack you with range. Yeah, it's a mess. Definitely recommend coming up here killing him. If anything else, just for the drop chance. Rats. Okay. No rats. And back here. Large Titanite shard, we'll take it. We'll take all the upgrades. Come along, Chandler. Actually, no, I got a better place for you. Yeah, get down there. Yeah, the ragdoll physics is nuts in this game, but it was there for a reason. Yep, that's the boss arena. We'll be there in a little bit. No rats. There's our prism stone. I just want to drop another one down the hole, see if it actually goes anywhere. Oh, it just gets stuck. Again? Really, it gets stuck again. It's not even go in the hole. Got stuck again. Okay, it looks like there's a kill plane down there. Okay, never mind. Yeah, kill plane. Not fun. This is why I have my pyromancies. Slime's weak to fire. And there's another drop down or hole. That I believe you can survive, but there's there it was, the little croaking sounds. Yep, those are basilisks. Basilisks, not fun. So definitely recommend avoiding going down that hole if you can. Let's swing around. Poke. Grab the item, another soul item, we'll take it. Come up here. And this is the area with the giant rats. So now we're back where we've been before. Not a lot. The depths, not a lot to the depths. Stick to the left. Just be careful, there are some more slimes on the roof, as you can see. So try to not get grabbed. We'll go down this way first. More rats. He's going to do a jump attack. Yep. No warning, just jumps. It's almost like the animation was missing or something, but more rats. More chances at humanity, at least. Alright. If we go a bit further down, this is where the NPC invades, right in this little area. You have to be in human form, even if on offline, you have to be in human form for him to invade. And he'll only invade as long as the area boss is still alive. So as long as the Gaping Dragon is alive, and you're human, he'll invade. It is the Dark Spirit of Night Kirk. In fact, he actually spawns in right about here. Yeah, he actually invades you 3 times. It's actually the earliest you can actually get his invasion. Well, not the earliest, but it's usually your first encounter with Kirk down here. So he isn't too bad. He does have a chance of dropping his weapon or his shield, but it's not guaranteed. So if you don't get it, you will eventually get it. So yeah. Do recommend fighting him at all 3 places he invades, just so you can get his armor set later on. So yeah. We'll be invaded here in a moment. In fact, I think the trigger is if you get close to that little doorway over there. Okay, yeah. Gain autosave, which means that she should spawn here in a moment. Come on, Kirk. There you go. Night Kirk. Basilisk, get out of here. Ah. He does have the thorn armor set, so he can hurt us. Oh, that's a lot of damage. No, sir. Oh. You dropped something for us. Right, so, retrieve the power. Gives us a humanity. And what did he drop? Oh, we got a sword. Barbed straight sword. Again, if you don't get it now, you will eventually get it if you beat him all 3 times. So the last time you beat him, it's a guaranteed drop. So if you don't get it now, don't worry. Ooh, it's got some bleed on it too. It's like a quality weapon. The choice weapon of the infamous Dark Wraith Kirk, also known as the Knight of Thorns, for the gnarly spikes on his favorite weapon. This frightful sword deals only thrust attacks and causes heavy bleeding. Only deals thrust attacks? I don't think so there, Miyazaki. That looks like a regular swing. I think it's the same moveset as the broadsword. We might use it. I don't know. I like the little bleed effect on it. Could come in handy. Depending on what it's upgraded with, we might use it. Again, if it requires Twinkling Titanite, we're probably not going to, because I don't have a good source of it yet. It's a dead end. Yep. And in here's the basilisks. I'm pretty sure they're in every Dark Souls game, including Elden Ring. These guys. Yep, and they inflict curse. Yep. They don't have any direct attack, but they will spew clouds of curse-infused breath attacks, maybe. I don't know. So yeah. If you're online, you might see statues of other players that have gotten cursed down here. So it's a nice little thing to find. You're down here and you see little statues of crystallized people in like poses of agony. It's pretty cool. But again, I like to play offline, so I don't see any of that, unfortunately. That should be a ring, which we will grab here in a little bit. Line it up. No, we don't want regular thrust, we want. There we go. When in doubt, jump attack. That's gotta hurt. The way he landed up on that little sludge pile. Doorways through here. Soul item. No, sir. Oh. Yep. And these guys can drop the Eye of Death. Although I think it is a pretty low drop rate, but they can do it. So if you don't want to go online for the Covenant item, just come down here, farm them. I think the Great Hall is your better source for them, but thank you. Nice. Alright. God, there should be like 3 of them over here. There's one right there by the sword tip. 2 and 3. I missed. There we go. Let's see if I can do this. Nope, just missed. Bam. Hello. Yeah, the back step off the ledge to the plunging attack. Mwah. Excellent. That should be a dead end. There's a soul item, and we'll take it. I probably won't use it, but we'll take it. I don't think there's any illusory walls down here, so don't bother. Yeah, a whole bunch of basilisks. There should be a whole bunch more coming out of there. Oh. There's one right there. There's one right here. This should lead us to the ring. Ring of the Evil Eye. It's a ring that gives 50 HP per kill enemy defeat. Yeah, absorbs HP from fallen enemies. Again, it's only like 50 HP, so it's... yeah. According to legend, this ring contains the spirit of the Evil Eye, a dark beast which assaulted Astora. The strength of the Evil Eye does not waver, and HP is absorbed from fallen enemies. Yeah, it's pretty useful. It has its uses. Actually, we'll put it on now. Might as well. It's good if you have like low health. It just like, it's good to keep you topped off, or at least close to top off anyway. But again, because it's only a flat 50 HP, its usefulness diminishes in the long run. So, here, there is a little drop down, or a hole. It'll just take you down to where the ring was at, so, or at least in that hallway where the ring is at. Just sprint and jump. Humanity. Alright. Gotta sneeze. Alright. I should take care of this little jut. Or little side area. Yeah. NPC invader. NPC invader, ring, some good stuff. That's where Dark Spirit Kirk. Back out. Again, there's slimes on the roof, so just be careful. Mind your head. one more rat. I think it's this way to the boss, but before that, we have a friend. Donald of Zealand? I don't know. I think he'll say it.
Aye, Shemai, and good day to you. I'm Donald of Xena. I'm just, well, a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
Donald of Zinland, or Xena. Yep. Ein Schwein. I think that's an actual word. I don't know what language it is. I'm not 100% sure what it means, but it's an actual language. But I'll probably figure it out. Alright. He sells gold pine resin. Only 3. We'll take it. Crystal weapons, which are not worth it. Well, they're worth it, but they have low durability and they cannot be repaired. Yeah, the only way to repair them is to upgrade them. But they are very strong, as you can see. Yeah, 200 damage. Good scaling. I don't know if you can actually upgrade these. Crystal greatsword, shield. How much is it? 1,400. Again, I want to make sure I have a lot of souls before we go down. He also sells his armor set, and that is pricey. Is that 47,000? Yeah, no thanks. We will eventually buy it, just not now. Yeah, okay. Anything else? Donald, dude.
Well, I'm certain we will make a good trade eventually, so I am willing to share some tips. If you see kindling in the catacombs, use divine weapons. That will repel the reassembling skeletons.
And if you buy things, it'll give you tips. I don't know what. I'm not 100% sure of the trigger. I know you just have to buy stuff from them. So he'll tip you about, use divine weapons against skeletons, keep them from reviving. I think there's something else about something, I don't know. Oh, about the being cursed. You'll have something about that.
I'm afraid I don't see anything here.
Yeah, we have to buy some more things from him for him to say stuff, but I don't want to buy anything from him yet. All right.
Thank you. That was a fine trade. I have this funny feeling we'll meet again soon, and we'll make another fine trade, of course.
Of course we will. He will eventually move to Firelink Shrine, so you don't have to worry about coming back down here every time to get him. So he'll be up there eventually. I think we have to either beat the Gaping I don't know, quite remember what the trigger is, but he'll eventually be in Firelink. So we'll see him there. Yeah, this should be locked. Yep, locked. All right. Now we'll go this way. To the dragon. Or to the boss, anyway. Actually, we're going to put our catalyst here. Can't go this way. Nope. All right. I know there's some items around. I'm pretty sure there's an item around here somewhere, like a crossbow, I believe. I think it might be on the next level down. I think it's this way. Oh, this way's a dead end, never mind. There's a summon sign. It's Radiant Aura, we can tell who that is. Just want to see if there it is. Heavy crossbow, yep. So we have Lordran of Kareem. And we have the Knight Solaire. Yep. Alright, I'm going to get ready real quick. We don't want that. We want lightning, gold pine resin. Don't want that. We want... Actually, I don't know what I want. Could do pyromancy, but that's not really worth it. It's just more boys, I guess. Even though if we get hit by it, it's gonna hurt us anyway. So might as well just get crust. Okay. I want to change this out. 'Cause I don't. Not sure how much damage it'll do, to be honest. We want another weapon. Something with decent reach. Okay. Yeah, so we'll try out the Balder Side Sword, see how much damage it does. If it doesn't do what I want, then we'll switch over to Partisan and use the gold pine resin. Because it is the Gaping Dragon. Dragons are weak to lightning, which is why we have this. This is just so we can probably shoot some fireballs at them. May not do much, but it's something. Alright. Yeah. We might just stick with the Partisan, just for the reach, so we don't get too close. Alright. Alright. We got 4 casts of it anyway, so... Alright, so... We will be summoning Knight Solaire, but we'll also be taking advantage of the, I would say, exploit, where if we initiate a summon, initiate the boss fight before the summon's complete, we should avoid the boss from getting extra health. Yeah, that's why I don't recommend summoning Lost Track for this fight. If you do going to summon Solaire, summon him and go into the boss fog. Just go to it. Don't wait for him to fully summon, because if you do, the boss will get extra health, and it's the Gaping Dragon. It already has a ton of health, so it doesn't need any more. So the plan is summon Solaire, run to the boss fog, hopefully get the exploit done, so it's not, just increase our chance of Solaire staying alive. So we want Solaire to survive so we can get a sunlight medal. So yeah. No, we'll just stick with the Partisan. Now we'll just stick with the Partisan, the gold pine resin. Alright. So we'll summon Solaire, run to the boss fight, and do the boss fight. Hopefully he still summons afterwards, otherwise we are going to be in trouble. Alright. Ready, Solaire? Oops, I didn't initiate it. There we go. Now run. Hopefully if it works, it should still work, Mr. Big Guy should not have any extra health. Let's find out. Attack his tail. I think it might have worked. I can't tell. Give me your tail. There we go. Yep. Cut his tail, you get the Dragon King's Great Axe. His weak point is his head, so... Just be careful. Oh, Solaire, that's not good. there, you need to back up. Okay, I think that healed him up a little bit, so that's good. Yes, if you use your... I think if we use our flask, we can heal our NPC. Ow. Excellent, excellent. Knight Solaire survived. We get the Blighttown key, Twin Humanities, and Sunlight Metal because Solaire survived. Alright. Gaping Dragon. Again, not the emote I wanted, but oh well. Yeah. I think they might have fixed the exploit, or I didn't get it off. I have a feeling he got the extra health. But anyway, Partisan was a good idea just for the extra range, so we don't accidentally get, hit by his feet or the little charge attack he has. But yeah, I don't think I pulled the exploit off. Either that or they fixed it. I don't quite know. But anyway. Yeah, Gaping Dragon, not too bad. Just make sure you cut its tail off for the Dragon King's Great Axe. It is a very good weapon. It's pretty interesting, unique attack to it too. Although we won't have enough strength for that. I think it requires, 40? Let me see, yeah. 50 strength. Oh boy. So you need at least, 38 strength to two-hand it? Yeah. No thanks. Not going to happen. So, yeah. Although if you do have enough strength for it, the two-handed attack on it is really good. It's really cool. It's like you raise it above your head and you kind of smash it down. Think the Dragon Slayer armor in Dark Souls 3. It's a little lightning attack. Hold it in the air, just slam it down. It does an AoE around the blast. It's really good. But yeah, this is hard leather set. All right. And the Gaping Dragon. All right. Oh, let's check out the description for the... This axe, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by the tail of the Gaping Dragon, a distant and deformed descendant of the everlasting dragons. The axe is imbued with a mystical power to be released when held in both hands. That's probably the special attack, the special R2 attack. We also got shouldn't have anything on it, yeah. Recount type protective gear provides a sound level defense. It's wise to wear a sturdy form of head protection against arrows and other physical threats. Also got a key. Yep, the Blighttown key. Yep. Key to Blighttown for the depths of the Undead Berg, swallowed by the Gaping Dragon. As its name suggests, Blighttown is a place of great pestilence. Even the polluted inhabitants of the Death are aware of its dangers, and built this mighty door in hopes that they could remain safely separated. Yeah, it just gives you an idea of how terrible it is down there. Alright. Cool. So we used up most of the pine resins that we got from Donham, but it was well worth it. The Solaire survived, we got another Sunlight Metal, we only need 4 more. And I'm pretty sure we can get at least one more. That one more is going to be a bit tricky. Let's go over here. What's over here? All right. Go down. Take us back to this little area. Quick chat with Donham.
Aye, Shemai. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them. I'm afraid I don't...
Okay.
Well, that is a shame, but no matter. No, not to worry. Come back again. I'm always available. Not every trade was meant to be. There'll be more in store for us someday, sometime.
That's true. Someday, sometime. All right. So time. Yeah. You know what? We'll call an episode right here. Yeah. Before we even open the door down to Blighttown. Well, actually, trying to think of how far it is to the next bonfire, but no, we'll call an episode right here. Never mind. The next part would probably be the first section of Blighttown. But yeah, the depths. Well, actually, the first thing we did is we gave the enchanted ember to Rickard, then upgraded our magic side sword to enchanted, and maxed it up all the way that we could, all the way to +4, which I think was a good idea, because now we have basically an endgame level weapon, like, kind of quasi-halfway, or a third of the way, so yeah, it's probably going to do us pretty good in the long run, especially once we get our intelligence up. That's where the real damage comes from. But until then, we're just kind of relying on its base damage properties to pull through. So, so yeah. Ember did Rickard, upgrade, talked with Crestfallen, and then we made our way here to the depths. Yep, stopped by the female merchant, the undead female merchant, bought some things, just in case. Then we came down. Yep, first made our way back to the bonfire that was down here, kind of like a little starting point. And then we trucked our way through the depths. Yep. A bunch of rats, a whole bunch of rats. Probably your best humanity farming spot outside the DLC. Yeah, there's the run is from the bonfire down the stairs, and there should be the first group of 5 to the right. And once you take those 5, you go left, and there's another set of 5 where you have, I think, like 10 chances to get a humanity. Yeah, it is kind of rare. I think it's like a 3% base drop chance. So right now it's going to be like 6% with our current discovery rate. So, you can get it. You should be able to get at least 1 or so per run. I definitely recommend getting the golden serpent ring first, but yeah, we'll definitely come back here to farm some humanity, particularly before we go down to the New Londo ruins. Just gotta make sure we have 30 of it before we go down there. As long as we don't die, we'll have enough humanity for the Chaos Servants, but yeah. But anyway, so yeah, the rats, yeah, through the little labyrinthine area, encountered our channeler in the area. Yep, dispatched his rats, took care of him. He didn't drop his trident for us. Sad. He doesn't respawn, so you don't have to worry about him again. Definitely recommend getting him before you do the boss. Otherwise, it makes the boss a bit trickier. Excuse me. Yep, continued on. Avoided some holes. Some more rats. Made it to the area where the giant rat was at. Slid down the little ramp over there, or whatever you want to call it. And then we took the one little side area off to the left. There's, again, some more rats to greet us. But then we were invaded by Knight Kirk, or Dark Wraith Kirk. Yep. He only invades if the boss is still alive and you are in human form. So if you meet those 2 requirements, he will invade, whether you're online or off. So I do recommend trying to kill him. If you get him he invades 3 times. If you get him every single time, you'll get his weapon, his shield, and his armor set will appear by the Chaos Servants. So we were lucky enough, we got a sword down here. It is a chance drop. So if you don't get it down here, he can drop it. He has a chance to drop it again in the second place, and then he will guarantee it during the last time you fight him. So if you don't get down here, you will eventually get it if you go through all 3 invasions of his invasions. So we took care of Kirk. Yep, and then that little side area had basilisks, quite a number of them. Yep, there's quite a number of basilisks back there. They don't have any direct attacks, but they do spew clouds of curse. So if you don't have a lot of humanity or the curse bite ring that you can get later on, yeah, it's a terrible place. But what else is there? Yeah, but as long as you attack first, stay out of the cloud, pick them off at range when you can, it's not too bad. There's some soul items down there. There was a ring, the Ring of the Evil Eye, which we might make use of in the swamp just for the HP regen effect it gives. Though it only gives you very little health. It's like 50 flat HP, so yeah. It's okay. I mean, it's good if you have low health, but it's once you get a lot of health, it's kind of like minuscule returns. Especially when enemies are hitting you for like 200 damage, it's like, yeah, it's not really worth it. It's good for chip damage. Like if you have a good shield where it doesn't block 100%, but it blocks like a lot. It's good for that. But the ring, there's a humanity. One of the basilisks was kind enough to drop a Eye of Death. Yeah, and I think that's everything that's in that little side area. Yep. And then we came out here, talked to Donald of Xena. Bought pine resins from him. Gave us a tip about the divine weapons and skeletons. And then we made our way to the Gaping Dragon. Yep. Along the way, we picked up a heavy crossbow, which we won't be using because I don't care for crossbows. Yep. And then we attempted to do the exploit. I don't think I pulled it off, either that or they fixed it. So, yeah. The exploit is you initiate a summon, and then you start the boss fight. And by the time the summon comes in, the boss won't get extra HP. And so, that's the exploit. I think they might have fixed it in the remastered or in a later patch, but either that or I messed up. But I probably messed up. I probably didn't get to the boss hog fast enough. But we summon Solaire, and then we take on the Gaping Dragon. Not too bad. Definitely focus on getting its tail, the tail cut. It gives you the Dragon King's Great Axe, which is a really good Great Axe if you have the strength for it. Again, it's like 50 strength. It's like, ugh. I'm not a strength character. I never have been. But, yeah, tail cut, and then we just took on the boss. Yep. And then we drank an Estus just because I think if you drink an Estus, it'll also heal your summons. Not by much, but it will heal the summons. So we did take a swig just to make sure Solaire stays alive because we need him to stay alive so he can give us a sunlight medal. So, yeah. And we just slowly chipped away at the Gaping Dragon until he was dead. And then when you defeat the Gaping Dragon, you get the Blighttown key, which opens this door behind us. And because we had Solaire survived the fight, we got another sunlight medal, which I think gives us, 6? Yep, 6. So we need like 4 more. Yep. And then we came back out here, and that was it. Yep, that was the depths. Not very big, but there are some important things down here. Yep. And then next episode, we'll start Blighttown. Oh boy. But at least in the remaster, the frame rate issue has been addressed. So, yeah, in the original release, Blighttown is a choppy mess. The frame rate drops down to like single digits here and there. But in the remastered, it seems to be addressed. So the frame rate should stay constant. So. So that little issue with Blighttown should be dealt with, not have to worry about it. But yeah, this marks the beginning where the game starts to get challenging. Yeah. The enemies start to getting a bit rougher. I don't think we're going to be one-shotting them anymore. Yeah, it's also pretty dark down there. There's blow dart guys who spew toxic darts. Yeah, it's not fun. And you're doing it all on like little makeshift catwalks, like built into the side of the castle wall. Yeah, it's precarious to say the least. And yeah, but there's a lot of good stuff in Blighttown. There's some armor sets. There's weapons. There's a whole bunch of Blighttown. It's really worth going through every nook and cranny in Blighttown. Just get everything you can. It's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of dangerous stuff, but it's well worth it. Well worth exploring. I will probably get turned around here and there. It is kind of confusing layout, but again, my advice, FromSoft kind of directs you with torches, lights, items. If you just follow the lights, follow the items, you'll eventually get to where you need to go. So, yeah, it's FromSoft basically helping us out. Now, if you get lost, just follow this, and you should be fine. So, but even then, I'll probably get turned around here and there. So, yeah, Blighttown will probably get chopped up into like maybe 2 or 3 episodes. It's a massive place. So, yeah. Yeah. So next episode, start Blighttown. But anyway, yep, and that's it. So I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.